All right, welcome back, everyone, as we're set for Game 2 here between Boreal eSports and UTD Savants. Unfortunately, neither team tagged up here, so we've got Boreal eSports on the Dire side, and UTD Savants are going to be on the Radiant side. We saw Boreal eSports take Game 1, and this is a best of 3, so they're going to be looking to close this one out here right away. And move to the grand finals. Will they be playing, or will they would potentially be playing the business gaming? Yeah, Indy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PQ was drafting last game, and and now it's Pizza at 37. So, wonder
Actually,
what's that about.
I didn't make note of who was drafting, but interesting. Sometimes teams do that, though, right? Like, some teams are fine with just having one drafter. Other teams, it's kind of a community thing.
5 seconds.
And sometimes teams just bounce it around all over the place.
There needs to be like a designated button clicker. Like, it's a really important role.
Dire team pick.
Same heroes coming out again. Shaker and Shadow Fiend for respective sides.
Yeah, we see the same bans from Boreal eSports.
Storm Spirit.
As they banned out the Wisp and the Queen of
Radiant
Paint. We see
team
the Tusk getting banned out again, but this time they're going to ban out the Leshrac as well. Do you remember what their second ban was?
It was Storm actually, so
Okay.
interesting to see Boreal take it.
So Boreal picking up that Storm to go with the Earthshaker.
Yeah, and seems like YTD was scared of it last game, and Boreal's pushing it in their face. Like, oh, you're
10
scared of it?
seconds remaining.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's actually interesting that for a while people, I think I mention this every cast, but it still kind of amazes me when we look at the matchup between Storm Spirit and Shadow Fiend. It seems like people were all over the place on who was favored in this matchup. And you look at it now, and I think both these heroes are on probably their best sides in the matchup too. You got Shadow Fiend on the Radiant side. He's got access to that close camp, so he can farm that up quickly. Storm Spirit, he's got to travel a little bit farther, but he still has that neutral camp to go to. But overall, I think he's actually probably safer on the Dire side in this situation. So I think it'll be interesting, but I still don't know. I don't know who to think is favored in this matchup. Some people seem to think it's Shadow Fiend. Other people seem to think it's Storm Spirit, because as soon as he hits 6, he just jumps on the Shadow Fiend and kills him with a little bit of help. But I don't know. Which side of the fence do you fall on, Indy?
I think Shadow Fiend dominates the lane, like in the early stages, and then yeah, Storm can kill Shadow Fiend when the Storm is 6, but at that point you just need to have a support sitting behind Shadow Fiend, pretty much sitting on his face, babysitting him, and I think at least for like the first 10 to 15 minutes,
10 seconds.
Like Shadow Fiend should be pretty happy as long as he gets that one support protecting him.
5 seconds.
My question is yes, Shadow Fiend gets what he wants and he starts going, but are you more worried about the Storm Spirit snowball than the Shadow Fiend snowball?
I mean, I don't know. The Storm,
they're scary in
from
two
what
different
I know,
ways, right?
Yeah, but I think the Storm should struggle against Shadow Fiend early. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I've seen from like a lot of mid players is they generally don't like that matchup early on.
But, we are going to see a Chen, but they're also going to ban out the Winter Wyvern, so we're not going to see that. And I think it was UTD Savants. I could be wrong, but I think it was UTD Savants that really played this a lot early on in Saturday Dota League. But I might be wrong on that, but I think...
If history serves us well, Rubik and Undying should be the next 2 bans. So there's the Undying. And Rubik should be the next band. I mean, it's so good with Chen. It's instant stun for Storm. Fissure is great to steal. It's a really strong hero in the NA scene. Like, I'd be surprised if it's not Rubik here.
You're on top of remembering these bans. I feel like I should be taking notes right now. My memory's not too sharp in my old age. But we got Ancient Apparition banned. Oh, it's going to be the Pugna.
I guess that
Dire
makes
team
sense.
pick.
I wonder, do you think Rubik and Chen is really a combo that would even really work? Support duo? Like, there's really no synergy. Well, actually,
I mean, that's the classic puppy karaoke. Like, if you look at
Yeah.
Navi back in the day, Secret now.
But, like-
The Rubik lift into Centaur stomps, I mean, it's pretty good.
it works in
10
that. The downside is that
seconds
you've got a Rubik babysitting, which isn't necessarily
Radiant
the best hero.
team
It's not the
pick.
worst. But you use that example, but at the same time, Rubik is Kuro's best hero.
Of course. But
Chen
you see
is
that.
Puppy's best hero, you know? Like, is that...
I know. You
I
see
could,
that. I think a lot of teams
standards.
favor it, and
Well,
there's
there you go.
Rubik. I mean,
Dire
you put
team
Rubik
pick.
mid, right? And when Storm is 6, like, there's no way he's killing Shadow Fiend. He just gets lifted into the tower,
Mhm.
into one raise, and, like, the tower damage. The Storm doesn't survive. Unless Storm has, like, DD, the Shadow Fiend is gonna live.
Even going a little bit later into the game too, the null field's going to come into its own. We already see the Lina on the board with the Earthshaker as well. That's a lot of magic damage that's going to get reduced from the null field. It's one of
10
those things that's
seconds
not
remaining.
as apparent when you're
Mhm.
actually watching the
5
action. It's not
seconds
something that's
remaining.
big and flashy that you really see the impact, but it is there. It does reduce those damages,
Reserve time.
and that adds up over a team fight.
Enchantress.
Enchantress.
Ooh,
Okay.
this is gonna be
Radiant team
Jungle
pick.
Wars. That'll be fun to watch, but
Yeah.
it
I
also
think-
means core Lina or core Shaker.
I think that Enchantress is going to be in the Radiant Jungle with the Chen, right? Or do
It
you-
could be, but I mean, it might just be a way to balance the greed, so that
Mhm.
when one team picks a jungler, it's nice to get your own. So could just be that as well.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
last time these guys played each other in the round one, they
5
ran the
seconds
Lina
remaining.
safe lane solo, and they went aggro tri lane, and Chaotic
Reserve
Raptor was
time.
playing the Lina, and he just went out of his mind. He was just dominating all game long in the Lina, so that's certainly a real possibility. Kind of go aggro with that Enchantress, Earthshaker, and then another hero, leaving the Lina at home in the safe lane to farm up. But we've also seen them run the Earthshaker in the
10
off lane as well.
seconds remaining.
So that's a very real possibility. So even if you've done a ton of
5
research
seconds
on Boreal
remaining.
eSports here, you don't really know
Dire
what to
team
think.
ban.
Wow,
They're
the
hinting
Doom
towards
pick.
one, but Doom, my goodness, this is a hero that. Where is he gone? Doom
Yeah.
is always a good ultimate, but this hero is
10
just.
seconds. 10
he's gone
seconds
now.
remaining.
And
Radiant team
it's even
ban.
probably more surprising that we're seeing him on a team with Chen.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these Radiant heroes want to go in the jungle, like Shadow Fiend, Doom, Chen. So might see them bumping heads there.
Yeah, it might be a
Curious
little
to see
too
how that
crowded.
works out. What it does do, though, is if Doom has Devour up and like
He can
Enchantress groups are running at him, he just
Yeah.
eats it up.
I was just about to mention that, but of course Enchantress does that on her own, right? She enchants the Chen creeps, so she gets one of the Chen creeps. So it's kind of that
Yeah.
kind of three-way thing. Oh,
Woo! Bloodseeker.
Radiant team pick.
This game is going to be a good one.
yeah. It's always interesting. I've had the chance of casting a lot of Boreal eSports recently. Their games, obviously with the Saturday Dota League, but also cast a bunch for the Canada Cup, and they always kind of put on a good show by picking these interesting heroes. We saw a little bit of that last game. Now we're going to see it this game as well, and we're going to have I almost said started from the bottom. That was the game earlier today, or what was supposed to have been. It's UTD Savants. They're going to close out their roster with Clockwork. And I don't know about this draft.
Jeppin's on the Enchantress. I wonder if they're going to go Slasher's way with this, the triple circlet. Offlane
Huh.
Enchantress. Or maybe he's just there. They might go aggro with it. I mean, Flower Power is on Lina. He was playing AA last game.
So you got to expand a little bit on the Slasher's way for the Enchantress. I try and stay away from the whole Slasher's way thing. It's not something I really
Prepare
understand.
for
I understand
battle.
certain builds here or there, but you said triple circlet for the offlane Enchantress?
Yeah, and he went double circle with double branch, so it's almost the same, but pretty much what you do is you load up on stats early on, you max out your untouchable, and with the raw HP, and yeah, you just chase heroes down with your right clicks, and you can't get zoned out. What's a Rubik gonna do? Like hit you once every 3 seconds? It'll be interesting to see.
Well, we are gonna have Jeppins potentially running right into Noder here on the Rubik, trying to get an observer ward off, but not actually placing it. But let's quickly introduce our teams and our players. So on the Radiant side, we do have UTD Savants. They're down 1 game so far in this best of 3. We've got Noder playing the Rubik for them. Joik is going to be on the Chen. We got Lonely Boy on the Doom. Apathy going to be playing the Shadow Fiend once again, but he's primarily the damage dealer on the side, as he kind of was last game as well. Gods was playing Dazzle last game. This time he's going to be playing the Clockwork in the off lane. As for our Dire side, Indy, want to take that one?
Yeah, sure. Quickly, we got PQ on his, legendary shaker again, but no gravel moth for whatever reason. KVH on Storm, he did a fantastic job last time. Pizza Dad 37, gonna be delivering on the Bloodseeker. Flower Power on the Lina, and Jeppins playing the Slasher's Way Enchantress. So seems like this is gonna be a really fun game. Bloodseeker, Offlane Enchantress, Doom. Really excited to watch.
You can't wait to hear from them afterwards on us calling him Flower Power. But for our lanes, it is going to be an offlane Clockwork going up against Bloodseeker, Earthshaker, and Lina.
His clock is dead, I think.
Yeah, he's already used his cogs here, and he's in trouble. Fissure well placed by PQ. Gods will get stunned up by the Light Strike Array, and then it's just a matter of right clicks. We'll try to juke and jive, but there's no way he's getting out of here. Another cogs, and then a TP, but Light Strike Array comes out from the Lina.
PQ is just so good with these fissure blocks. I mean, he's really delivering. It's really great to see. And he also fissure blocked the creep wave bottom, so Jeppins, gets his instant level 2 uncontested there.
They kind of blocked it up right at that tier 3 I drew on the map there.
Yep.
But as for our bottom lane, see how Jeppins is actually doing. And right now he's 3rd in the last hit, 6-1. So he's just behind the 2 mids, but ahead of everyone else. And
it's actually genius. The Enchantress, sorry.
Yeah. There's really nothing they can do to this Enchantress. I feel like in most lanes it would already be difficult to deal with it, but you've got a Rubik and a Doom. Can you get a weaker lane?
It's pretty much confirmed the dual lane because the Chen comes out early on, and if she decides to pick up Enchant, like the Chen creeps is going to get enchanted, and I like this. It's a really good idea.
And PQ is going to find an Invis here.
Invisibility.
I have a feeling we're going to see another kill. He's going to make a rotation up to top. God's going to be the target once again, and
I think he's dead.
Close to dead, yeah. Look at that fissure. I would have placed that fissure, he would have ended up on the other side, and I would have been complaining for the next 2 minutes.
And then a Steam group gets created to flame you.
Oh my god. But you've played with me enough to know that that's actually, that would have been true, and I played Earthshaker for us when we were playing competitive. Oh my goodness. My shaker wasn't bad.
That should help.
Sure.
I'll have to go look up my eSports profile to see what my record was on Earthshaker. I think we played it in scrims more than anything, but yeah,
this Doom has to go and he can't even sit in the lane. What is his creep's dying in the bottom lane and Doom's not there.
This kind of, I think this kind of just, this is Boreal. They certainly have very talented players. And certainly UTD Savants, they have very talented players as well. But Boreal is just kind of so off the wall with how they draft and what they pick, and the fact that they can pull something out like this. You can draft, get exactly to that same point in the draft against 9 teams out of 10, and no one is going to pick that Enchantress against you and run this. But Boreal...
I don't want you to miss it,
No,
but
they
watch
always
out
do.
for mid.
Yeah, I always
This-
had my
the
eyes
mud
on
golem
top
stuff.
as the fissure was off, but KVH going to get lifted here by Noters. Going to leave him in place. That allows Apathy to hit him with a couple raises, and oh, the creeps wanted to finish off the Shadow Fiend, but they showed Apathy some mercy. He'll get sent back to base from the Chen.
It's that new mud golem's making that kill though. It's awesome to see the hurl boulder.
Yeah, I've actually never even really looked at this.
The icons are so funny on them.
I mean, I think the golems in general are just kind of funny looking.
Yeah. I mean, again, like the Doom is forced into the jungle. You can't even lane. I mean, yeah, the wave is pushing, but
they've created a free farm lane for their offlaner. And like you said, it's forcing the Doom into the jungle. A jungle which we already said is going to be pretty crowded. Because you've got the Chen, you've got the Doom, you've got the Shadow Fiend, all heroes that want to be in there. And oh boy. How do you recover from this?
once Jeppins hits 6, like, I don't even know what they're gonna do.
And he's gonna hit that with this group of creeps. And it's not even a matter of, oh, we'll just go kill him. Because like you said, this hero doesn't die now. With all those points in Untouchable, he's got a good amount of items as well.
Pretty much Clockwork is their best bet to get on him, and you know, the hook shot is still quite a ways away.
So Jeppins has upgraded Magic Wand, and you know what? This is probably that Slasher's Way build. It was probably before the patch, right? When it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his kind of adaptation to it, getting those two GG branches so he could build one of the circlets into a Magic Wand. Actually, just kind of strengthens the build. That change.
For sure. And Slasher definitely, like, he goes into some bracers to tank up and then into a Necro book as well, so wonder if he's going to follow the build religiously or, you know, take his own route for that.
Well, we haven't seen Pizza Dad moving around yet on this Bloodseeker, but Rupture's online. That's always a very real possibility. Notice he is holding on to a town, a TP scroll. And that's going to be scary. Because you got Pizza Dad who can all of a sudden show up somewhere. You've got Jeppins who's just that big body in the bottom lane. PQ's everywhere already. And he's going to wrap around here. Another well-placed fissure. And Jeppins going to dive the tower. He'll just get lifted, tossed back, and doomed. Oh my goodness. They're going to have nightmares of this Enchantress after this game.
Yep.
And they're just going to re-engage. Wait for Doom to expire, and then they just re-engage. Wow.
My body stokes the furnace.
You did your best.
And, you know, in the past, Enchantress's problem as a core was that, you know, she couldn't scale. Impetus didn't go through Magic Immunity, but the recent change, like, she's going to be strong. You know, maybe 30, 40 minutes in the game as well.
And you know what? All that action going on in the bottom, and you said, you know, you get this hero like Rubik, who can just sit behind the Shadow Fiend and stops the Storm from jumping on in. The Rubik has to be down here if Doom's going to be in the lane. And he's tied up down here, doesn't have a TP on him, and KVH just got a solo kill in Apathy in the mid lane while all that was going on in the bottom. So, you know, there was no one there to help Apathy when the Storm starts jumping. So they've created or further strengthened that kind of advantage that the Storm Spirit has at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's one of the most famous, you know, Dota historians once said, it's two simple words, space created.
I love how I have no idea what you're about to say when you say something like that.
Incoming!
Space created. Although it wasn't really space created.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a Blade Mail getting picked up by the Bloodseeker. my god. PQ's everywhere. Everywhere there seems like there's going to be action, suddenly there's an Earthshaker. You know, this is great to see too, because PQ has been, like I said, he's been playing out of his mind. And when he's supporting with Pizza Dad, they're working so well together. Now with the stand-in, they've got Pizza Dad playing the carry, but PQ's still able to get it done. And he's doing a lot of it by himself. KVH gets another solo kill in the mid lane. This is a little bit of a messy engage here as I'm zoomed out trying to catch everything here. I'm not sure if we're going to see any action at all. A fissure. Will Joik get caught here? He does have a bunch of creeps with him. Yeah, Jeppin's not going to be the target. Yeah, Joik will eventually go down here. Hand of God will come out. But the flower power, the Lina, will get the kill. Lonely Boy just kind of left to hide in the trees below his tier 1 and sulk. I don't know what you do here. I hate to think of games as almost won and lost in the draft, but this one might be one of those. Like,
yeah, I mean, the Doom pick seems nice on paper, like it always does, but you know, this game it's not doing anything, and I think Apathy is going to die mid again.
Yeah, here we go. KVH jumping in on Apathy. We're going to have to jump back into the bottom lane as... Oh no, that looks like they're going to be able to get away. Yeah, so we will get the kill from KVH there. We will have the Clockwork finally joining the game as Gods is level 6. He did just get spotted by that creep, so they know he's here. And yeah, chances are he's not going to be able to land a hook shot here unless they're willing to dive the tower. It's going to be a ballsy play if they choose to go for it. Oh, he's going to hook the Enchantress. And that just seems like a mistake. Clock going to go down here. Jeppin's actually going to find himself on the other side of the fissure. Will get doomed up. And I don't think he's going to take out from that. But now Pizza Dad, he's here. He's using that TP scroll to come down, gets a Rupture off, and right-clicks down the Doom to finish him off. Joik in side shop trying to juke and jive, but PQ's on top of him. Oh, actually gets to the other side of him. Now he's going to try to run away. It's Apathy and Noder try to come back in and help him. But oh my goodness, the fissure hits 3. Wow. Lina going down, Noder going down as well. Finally Joik will go down. He stayed alive for so long. Apathy, Requiem, but Requiem right into his death. Like, my goodness, that fight. That one fissure. I know it was just a fissure, but that was a 3-man fissure from PQ. That wasn't a poorly placed fissure. Like, obviously, yeah, you hit 3 heroes, but, like, the positioning of it was still good. It didn't trap anyone on your team. It kind of punished the positioning on the opposing team. This guy on Earthshaker. Download these replays.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, he's playing well, but his cosmetic game in this game is just where'd it go?
I don't know. He should have. I mean, if you check out the marketplace, there's.
He had it last game. He had the grapple maul last game.
I mean, there's a pretty sick set out there on the marketplace with my name on it. That is available for Earthshaker.
Really?
They're actually.
Come get healed.
Lonely Boy gonna go down here. Good game, well played. Yeah, this one. I mean, I hate to say it's over at 12.5 minutes, but oh my gosh, was this one over! And Boreal eSports making quick work of UTD Savants, and they're gonna advance to the grand finals, where they'll be going up against the Business Gaming. That will be played next Slashers Away. That will be played next Saturday. So you're muted. Oh my god. So yeah, that will be played next Saturday. I'm not sure what time the matches will be played. We'll have to sort that out ahead of time. But I will let you guys know when I know, at least. And we will be here casting, so hit me up with a follow on twitch.tv/NizCast, and you'll at least see when I go live. But you can also follow me on Twitter at NizCast, and all the VODs of everything I cast always get uploaded to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/NizCast. And we've got Indie Bear, my co-caster. Hasn't cast too much recently, but nice to see you come and hang out for a cast, Indie. Where can the good folks find you?
Oh, they can find me in Toronto, Canada, as well as on Twitter at the @ IndieBearDota.
And we're both going to be at TI as well. That'll be fun.
They can also find me at the Key Arena, which is where the International 5 will be played.
But guys, besides that, this was for the Saturday Dota League. You guys should definitely go and check that out at Saturday Dota on Twitter, SaturdayDotaLeague.com. I almost got that wrong. Where you can find out everything about the tournaments. You can look at the rosters. You can look at how everything went in the group stages. The current brackets, the format, all the rules, everything that you need to find is on there. There's also links to Facebook and YouTube as well on there. So definitely go and check that out. But if you're not going to go there, definitely check out the in-game ticket as well, because like I said, it's completely free. So yeah, you can go back and look at any of these replays in Dota TV and check it out. You don't have the luxury of some of the changes that are coming in Dota 2 Reborn, but you will be able to check out the replays in Dota TV as it stands now, and you'll be able to do that completely for free. So definitely go and check that out. But that's going to wrap it up for this cast tonight. We hopefully will see you again next Saturday. Once again, follow us on all those channels, and you'll find out when that match will happen. But there is also a schedule on the Saturday Dota League website, so you can also check that out. But that's it for me tonight. Any final words, Indy?
Thank you for watching. That's it.
All right. I'll have to echo that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Like I said, stay tuned, or come back next Saturday to watch those final games, as I'm going to throw it to our nifty brackets here. Oh gosh, it's all kinds of wrong. I wasn't prepared to show this now. But we do have Boreal eSports in the grand finals going up against Business Gaming. And yeah, we'll see you then. Till then, have a good night, everyone.